Hi, this is John and Vic from NYC Geek Society, and today we're here to discuss the Alien Isolation digital series. So, I made a video myself about the trailer that was released yesterday, announcing this digital series that was coming out today, exclusively debuting on IGN. And so I go into some more details about the companies that were involved in creating this, and they're kind of unknowns, and this whole thing seems kind of weird, but essentially they were taking the story from the Alien Isolation video game and making some kind of episodic digital shorts in what I described as a machinima style way of editing to try to create this digital series. I have with me the video game. It's one of my favorite horror video games, and I still believe it's the scariest video game I've ever played. Vic, I guess I'm going to throw it to you to start. What are your initial thoughts?
Wow. It was a weird idea to begin with.
Yeah.
But the execution was really, really done poorly. They tried to integrate the cutscenes that already existed in the game, and then they filmed in-engine action or motion or other things, and then they filmed character models that don't really match up well with the originals in the cutscenes. The editing is awful. The pacing is none. There's no tension, and parts of it just do not make any sense whatsoever. I mean, I've seen much better fan-made projects than this. I don't know how much they paid for this, but wow.
So, I mean, the one good thing I can say about it before I get into like really discussing the meat of this, but is that it was kind of nice to get some more background on Amanda Ripley as a character. For people that don't know, in the director's cut of Aliens, there's a scene where you find out that Ripley had a daughter that she had left behind and had promised that she would be back before her 11th birthday. And then you find out that her daughter lived to be an old age and passed away of natural causes, never to see her mother again. So for the video game, they decided to use that character, Amanda, and make it that she had been searching for her mother and actually encountered the xenomorphs or aliens herself. But in the game, you don't really get to know that much about her. And that was really my only gripe with the game itself, was that the characters were kind of two-dimensional and you never really got to know anything about any of them before, especially a lot of the side characters, before the game was over. So it was a little bit nice to hear some things like, I guess she was angsty about, not being able to find her mother. But it just wasn't well done. And it just came out off as melodramatic. And my main question still from yesterday is, who is this for? And what were they trying to get out of this?
Well, after watching it, my question is why?
Yeah, like, there's no money to be made in this from what I can tell. I would understand if they were making an Alien Isolation sequel, this would be a good way to catch people up. But as far as we know, that's not happening. If I were Creative Assembly, the guys that made the game, I'd be severely pissed because now you've ruined the story. So anybody that was still going to be able to, be willing to dish out maybe $5 to get a used copy of the game, they would probably be less likely now to, especially because this was so poorly done.
It looked so bad. It looked rushed. I mean, there's the uncanny Valley situation whenever you see Ripley. She doesn't blink. Her hair looks like it's pasted on with finger paints. I mean, it's just bad. It's just so poorly done.
So yeah, like Vic said, they would have some scenes that were cut scenes in the game, which actually in the game it didn't really have that many cut scenes, and those looked better. But first of all, what's even strange with that is that the frame rate was really low.
Yeah, it was choppy.
And even there, the lip syncing wasn't that great. But then they cut to these in-character models that when you're playing the game, you're mostly just seeing those from a distance, and it's first person. So you're not even supposed to see Ripley at all during those scenes in the game. So they just have this just plain in-model character of Ripley that doesn't blink, and her mouth goes like this. And in some scenes, she looks scarier than the freaking aliens.
The teeth.
So, yeah, I don't know who this was for. I don't know why they made it. I would be upset if I was Creative Assembly. And I don't know how they're thinking that they're going to profit off of this. So, any like, closing remarks?
I don't know. Unless this was like the producers where they wanted to lose money or throw away money for some reason and make the worst thing possible. And then maybe people will like it. We're the odd ones. I don't know. I really don't know why this exists and why it was done so badly, if it does exist. But maybe some hardcore aliens or alien fans will like it. I don't know. As for me, I wish there was a xenomorph here to put me out of my misery after watching that.
Alright, so what I'm going to say is I recommend playing the video game. You can probably get it for super cheap now. But do not watch this digital series. It's not worth it. Just play the game. Again, scariest video game I've ever played. Digital series. I was literally falling asleep. So, what did you guys think? Did you guys watch it? Did you play the video game? Are you going to play the video game? Are you going to watch it? Let us know what you think. Like, share, subscribe. Tell your mom. Tell your dad.
They don't care.
Tell 20th Century Fox never to do this again.
Do that.
And NYC Geek out.